Nearly everyone has heard of the Titanic, popularized by the famous movie, but not everyone knows what exactly happened to the unsinkable ship. The Titanic was one of 3 ships in the Olympic class of ocean liners built by the Harland and Wolff Shipbuilding Company. Each of these boats would measure 882 feet long by 92.5 feet at their widest point. Construction on the gigantic ship began in March of 1909, with the hull of the boat being completed just over 2 years later, on May 31st in 1911. The hull was then moved to River Lagan in Belfast, Ireland, to continue construction on the decks and interior of the ship. While the ship was deemed unsinkable, there were 2 major flaws in the design of the boat. The first of these flaws was the bulkhead walls, which were merely a few feet above water level, allowing water to easily splash from one bulkhead to the next. The second, which could be accountable for so many lives lost, is the lack of an adequate number of lifeboats. Only 20 boats were available to save the passengers and crew of the ship. With the 20 available, only 1,187 people could be saved. Even with these flaws, the Titanic set sail on April 10, 1912, from Southampton, England, just over 3 years from the initial construction date. Almost as if foreshadowing the outcome, a small coal fire was found in one of the ship's bunkers, but was quickly put out by the ship's crew. Just 4 days after setting sail, the Titanic had received warnings from other ships about ice caps in the area, but the crew chose to ignore the messages because of how calm the trip had been. Crew members soon regretted their ignorance when an iceberg was spotted straight ahead in fog. Alerts were made and all attempts to avoid the ice were taken to a false success. Reality soon set in as the realization of a 300-foot gash in the ship's hull. The captain estimated an hour and a half before the ship to sink, and ordered the crew to help passengers board the lifeboats. Though the Titanic was not unsinkable, it did stay afloat for nearly double of what the captain had expected. At an early 2:20 in the morning, the Titanic gave way and sunk beneath the ocean's surface. Of the 2,200 passengers and crew, only 705 people survived the wreckage of the ship.